Where's all the spooky gone?
I may have tried to take a nap in a grave.
That's okay. It's inside.
We'll leave the coffin open for the next person, Joey. Jeez, be considerate.
I mean, it's a little sweaty in there. Wouldn't recommend.
It might be. It smells a little like cheese, I'm sure.
Yeah.
I might have had a snack down there earlier.
Yeah, PIGCART, you are walking around. You look like you're slipping around on grass, dude.
I'm a ghost.
I see that.
Ooh.
You sound like you're talking into one of those kids' plastic microphones with like the springs on the inside.
Yeah, I'm a ghost. Ghosts
Oh,
do that all
that's
the
what they.
time.
Oh, okay. I wasn't sure. Here's our little campfire area.
Nice.
I don't know what Mike did to make it so that you could sit on like saddles on slabs. So
I found my spot.
I did not do
nice,
that.
perfect.
Copper, I did not do that.
Who did that?
I have no idea. I don't know how that's possible. That's cool.
Wait, no, yeah, you did. It was in the HearthCraft cafe.
Oh, you're talking about that. I would just summon in invisible pigs.
Oh,
That way you could sit down on the chairs and stuff. Yeah.
that's extremely
I'm
disturbing,
really
Mike.
confused.
I'm really disturbed that I was sitting on an invisible pig and not just a saddle on a slab.
That's the best way to do it.
Why? Why am I sinking still? I'm going to...
I had to use like control or shift or something.
I just keep sinking.
I think we're good. I think I'm good. Back and back. Whenever you guys. Yeah.
I think you're
computer's not
evil.
crashing anymore. Why am I evil?
I don't. You just got that look in your eyes.
I got this look in my eyes.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah, I got a bunch of different Halloween costumes for this. I'm ready. I'm ready. I'm fun.
I've only got one. I died.
PIGCART, how did you die?
I don't know. It's like I think a ghoul. Must have been a ghoul. Does anyone know what a ghoul is?
Is that a new mob?
I thought
No,
a
you know
ghoul
you've got the
was
3 Gs of
ghost.
Halloween:
Right.
ghosts, goblins, and ghouls.
Okay.
What's a ghoul?
Well, I think it's
You know what
somewhere...
a ghost is.
Okay, so a ghoul, from what I've read in my stupid books, is like a vampire, but not. They're like stuck in this terrible state. They like rot and stuff.
Like
Sounds
a
very
worse
pleasant.
vampire.
Yeah, pretty much. But
So
that
now
was
what a
like
ghoul
a
is?
ridiculous... Let me look it up. Let's look it up. Legendary evil being that robs graves and feeds on corpses.
Grave robber. Okay. Corpse eater.
And, like, eats it.
So it's like a zombie.
It's like a zombie crossed with a vampire, kind of.
It's like a worse zombie.
Yeah, yeah, does sound like a worse zombie. So you're gonna go with being killed with by a ghoul then?
Are you a ghoul?
Stuck in my head.
Because it sounds like they might not be a problem unless you're already dead.
Oh, that has interesting implications.
Mm, it does.
Might have been a dog man.
Ooh.
That's entirely possible.
Lots of those
Where's
around.
Newt? Is he coming?
He can't make it.
What?
I think he died. Must have been a ghoul.
I mean, this is
Someone
like...
can do an introduction or something.
Oh yeah,
That
do
was
it.
the introduction. Ghouls.
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 The ghoul
Ghouls
discussion.
was the
Ghouls.
introduction.
That one kind of looks like it's got pretty
Ghouls.
eyelashes.
It does. It does have pretty eyelashes.
Oh, yeah.
So Joey, welcome. This is how most things go with us.
Yeah, pretty much. Like we said, it takes an hour.
I'm
to
just
do
eating a
anything.
snack.
Right?
I'm here to be a background character, not a main character.
Background character is the best character. Always the most loved.
Mm,
And the most likely to die too.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
no.
Joey's not going to be the final girl? Is it going to be me? I'll always be the final girl. No,
Final
no.
girl, what?
What,
How
American
is-
Horror Story?
I've never
Did
seen
you-
American Horror Story.
Well, you know how there's usually one girl that's always left alive at the end of a horror movie?
Yeah, I guess. So,
Yeah. Well, they started calling it the final girl.
Oh, interesting.
That's not very spooky.
No, it's definitely not. It wasn't a very spooky American Horror Story, but it was fun because it was like an 80s themed one. I didn't get a spooky story. I spent all my time building.
Oh no.
Oh,
I didn't have time. I mean, I know a spooky story, but
Okay.
not very good.
Go for it.
So back in the 17 and 1800s, there's a town in New England, in Maine, that's called Bucksport. And the man that founded it was Jonathan Bucks, or he was like a colonel or a captain or something like that. He was a big, important man, basically owned the town, was in charge of everything. So the story goes that there was a woman in town that he believed was a witch. Dun, dun, dun. Although some of the local legends do mention that he may possibly been having an illicit affair with her as well. No one's sure. So he accused her of being a witch in front of everyone in the town. And, of course, being of the time, all you need to do is being accused. So they decided to burn her at the stake. So before they sentenced her to death, she said, "I'm going to dance on your grave for eternity." So life went on for the people in Bucks Harbor, or whatever it was that they called it back then. And the colonel, captain guy, John Bucks, he died in like 1755 or something like that. And the day after they laid his body to rest, in his tombstone there was a engraved foot and part of a leg on his tombstone. Now, the people of the village tried everything they could. They replaced the tombstone. It came back the next day. They tried steel brushing it off. They tried everything they could think of. But every time that they got rid of it or replaced the tombstone, the foot would always come back. Now, I actually grew up near this town, and it's part of a festival every year where they actually replace the headstone, and the next day there's the engraving on the headstone. I'm sure they just switch them out, but you know, spooky. Oh. Yep.
Story. I like it. Do we do like a round of applause? This spooky story.
Oops, I'm dancing on Joey.
Clap. What? Scares me. I don't want to wear this one. If we are going in this circle, though, I guess I could go ahead and tell my spooky story, which is actually a personal story that happened to my sisters. The way the story goes, it was a dark and stormy. Wait, it wasn't actually stormy. It was a dark night. Joey's drowning.
Joey.
Okay. It was 2008 Super Bowl. The Giants were playing. I don't know who they were playing with because I was 8 years old. I was just a little kid. But I remember, they were playing the Patriots apparently. We were watching it, getting all pumped up and everything. And meanwhile, while I was eating this amazing bag, first time ever eating spicy Doritos, upstairs, what was happening was super, super creepy. My little sister at the time was about 5 years old, and she was upstairs with my older. That's so distracting too. She was upstairs with my older sisters talking, and my little sister started talking about one of her friends. And at the time, she was 5. She didn't really have any friends. She didn't go to a nursery or anything. She just kind of stayed home all the time because she was still real young. I think she might have been 4 actually. She was just a toddler. But she starts telling my sisters about this friend of hers named a Guy, and my sisters were like, "Who's this guy friend that you're talking about?" And my little sister said something along the lines of, "Oh, he's a shadow. He's just a dark shadow guy." And my sisters asked, they continued to ask. They were like, "What do you mean? What are you talking about, shadow guy?" And he's like, and my sister goes, my baby sister says, "He's actually outside right now. He's looking at us through the window." And at this point, my sisters were freaking out a little bit. I'm still sitting downstairs eating Doritos, having no idea about any of this going on. But my little sister says to my older sister, she goes, my friend wants to come in. He wants to come in and play. And this is where it starts getting creepy because my older sisters, were freaking out knowing that this was some weird, creepy, it's just a creepy friend, a ghost imaginary friend of my little sister, I guess. But what really made this really all freaky was when my little sister, she goes over to the bed. They're all sitting on the bed together, only her and all my older sisters. She looks under the bed and she gasps, and all of a sudden she goes, my friend's here, he's underneath. And that's when all of a sudden I hear all my sisters start sprinting down the stairs, screaming their heads off because my little sister had an imaginary friend that she wanted to play with. And that's my ghost story.
Oh my god.
Like a part of, I guess.
Did you go check the bed afterwards?
Oh yeah, there was nothing underneath. It was just her shadow.
I was underneath.
No, gosh.
It was me.
Oh, no. All this time.
I've come back to haunt you as a ghost.
Joey.
He's hiding in a box.
Joey in a box. Joey in a box.
Well, what about, I guess it's your turn then, PIGCART, for your spooky story, unless you don't have one.
Oh,
Unless you
I don't have one of my own.
That's okay.
However, I have affiliated myself completely by accident, and it's not even my fault, it's Newt's fault, with the Dog Man.
The Minecraft.
Anyone heard of the Dog Man?
I've not.
The comic.
No.
Yeah.
The comic? I haven't
It's a
even heard of
comic.
that.
I mean, I've heard of
Is it?
werewolves. Is that what the Dog Man is?
No, you're wrong!
Okay, it was a question. I wasn't making a statement.
No, it's the Dog Man. And apparently this is a very serious thing for a lot of people.
Okay.
So I have a huge list of stories. Let me tell you about the spooky Dog Man in Knox County. So, my father and I, we were driving late at night near a wooded area. No cars, no houses, nothing was nearby. My father and I, we both noticed an 8-foot-tall creature lurking in the woods. It had a wolf-like face. Its eyes were huge and glowing. It had the body of a man, and it was black. It was standing like a human would. It made eye contact with us. Then it ran extremely fast to the wooded area. My dad and I, we called it Catman. Except we were wrong because it was a Dog Man. How stupid of us. We'd make jokes about it from time to time. Tried to tell other people about our encounter, but they wouldn't listen. They all laughed at us. But they'll see when the Dog Man comes for them. 12 a.m. June 2015.
Ooh, spooky.
I did
how
add a
you
blue to
did,
my
like the
six.
Catman part.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Catman.
That was a good one.
Got another one?
That was well done. Well done.
There's like so many of these things. So many people reporting, ooh, there's dog men in the woods. Very strange.
I've never heard of Dogman until that one sign.
I hadn't
I
either.
saw on your one boat, if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, me too. The SS Dogman.
Yeah, I
Oh,
never
yeah.
heard about that.
It's just Newt keeps calling me Dog Man. I don't know why, but
Are you
Guess I'm
really
the
tall
Dogman now.
in real life?
well, he wouldn't know that.
Well, maybe if you had told him.
Oh, I don't even know how tall I am.
Are you overly
You look
tall?
like you're about the same
You-
height as me.
I mean, you look like you're the height of a pig to me.
Try again.
Whoa, how is this happening?
I'm a ghost. Keep up.
That's weird.
I don't know how he can float way up. Hacks.
I'm a ghost. No, I'm a ghost.
Did you
No, it's
trade
not my
your
fault. I died.
character movement with like a spider or something?
Spiders.
Or make
Oh.
it so it was always like you were on ice?
Spiders don't turn into ghosts.
No, but they float up.
Interesting.
They float. Nobody told me spiders float.
They definitely do. So they can float
Is
down
this
on
an
your face
Australian
while you're
thing?
sleeping. No, it's an
They only do
everywhere
that in
thing.
Australia.
No, everywhere. Barking spiders too. You ever heard of them?
That sounds
No.
horrifying. I hate any.
I don't
type
think
of
I want to
spider.
hear.
You've never heard of a barking spider?
No,
It
that
was the
sounds-
top spider.
You've really never. For real, you're not messing with me.
I've never. Heard
You
of it.
this much really, Mike? You're American. I would think that you'd heard it before.
No.
You've never had someone fart around you and then be like, "Did you fart?" And they're like, "No, it's the barking spiders."
Mm,
No, I've
well,
never.
That must be a New England thing. People say that all over the place here.
Do you know
Really?
a PIGCART?
No, I've never heard of this before.
Something new today.
There you go. You're welcome.
we've all learned something.
I've
new today.
expanded your minds.
Newt says spiders barking would be terrifying. He's here with us in spirit.
He's here in your stream, yeah.
Sure,
Oh, you're
yeah.
streaming? I didn't know.
PIGCART, you're streaming all this?
Yeah, I've got her.
You're supposed to tell people that so we don't accidentally swear.
That's fine. I don't enforce that on my streams.
It's not
Joey.
fine. Joey!
Checking your
Edit
box.
it out.
Oh my god, it's me.
Shoot.
Newt, we miss you.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna move
Only
the page a little bit.
Does, but
Wait, somebody
Okay.
get an ender chest.
I think Newt's
Wait,
is
no, I
in
don't
the.
have any.
There's one in the
I was
castle.
gonna put his head down. Doesn't matter.
I always have an.
Panda's got
Hold
Newt's
on.
head.
Somebody put his head down.
There you go.
There we go. Newt's here.
Newt's
Newt's
here. Doki Doki costume.
Yay.
You're definitely moving like a spider over there.
Oh, I'm a ghost.
Mm-hmm.
So my story is from quite local to me. You gotta take into account that it is like 1900s, not too far, not too close to our own year. And I hate this. It's so horrible. I hate being the center of attention. Okay.
You're doing
So-
great.
There was a girl who we believe was a maid.
So I'm going to go ahead and actually cut out Panda's story about the maid in the woods and also Jane's local story that takes place in Africa. And they were really great stories, but I want to encourage you guys to go over to their channels and take a look. They both deserve to get a lot more love than they do on their channel. So go on over, take a watch of their Halloween specials when they put them out, and maybe check out some of their other videos as well, because Panda's an amazing builder and Jane does a lot of fun things with groups. So I really, really encourage you to go over there. I am going to go ahead and jump now to Joey's story. It was really good, and he's one of the newest members on the server, and I don't know if he's established a different channel other than the MCC champion like review and update channel that he has. So I am going to include his story, so we'll go ahead and jump to It's So Cold.
I didn't shoot him. Trapdoor did.
I'm ready. No, I need my doors closed.
Oh.
Ooh,
Can't open
doors
it to this.
and everything.
You can't come in either. It's
It's
like coming backstage. It's not allowed.
How many
Oh,
people can
you're
we
actually
fit in
gonna end
there?
You're gonna actually end up killing me too, so be careful. Everyone said.
Everyone's out again.
Alright, so I was spending like the whole time being like, alright, I need to get a story. I don't have a story. What do we got? So I think I got a pretty good one. I think it'll be good.
Yeah.
But yeah. The story is called It's Cold Outside.
Baby, it's cold outside.
I
Jinx.
thought the same thing.
It's a good song, man.
It is.
Those jerks tried to ban it off the radio. Screw them.
Idiots.
Boo.
Boo.
So I'll
Don't
go
kill the
ahead and
music.
read your story.
Okay.
Erica
Where's
sat
Bongo?
grumbling in the chair as her family drove up to Pine Mountains Lodge. Every other kid was spending their vacation going to resorts or going snowboarding. But Erica's parents loved old places, so when they saw the lodge, they had to go. And they just want to have a good family vacation. That's the whole goal. When they got to the lodge, they found that it was, with no surprise, empty. They went up to the front desk and had to call the owner, who was watching TV in the back. "I'm surprised you're here," he said gruffly, pulling out a key. "We mostly get visitors around the summertime." He handed us the key, and Erica started walking away, but her mom held. "It's so beautiful around this season," she pressed. "Why do people only come in the summer?" The man sighed and tapped a finger on the wooden desk. "It's because of the cold wander," he murmured, and he scratched his face lightly, as though he didn't want to attract the attention of anyone. The cold wanderer?" Erica asked a little loudly. The man shushed her and began a tale. "A while back, there was an old hiker who came up here every year. He went on long hikes every day and was up in the mountains for most of his trip. The last time he ever came here was on his 97th birthday. He had stiff knees and poor eyesight, but he still wanted to go on his hike. Unfortunately, that was the night the blizzard struck. He couldn't move through the snick snow to get shelter because he was so frail, and just froze to death right there. Now it's rumored that every year on the eve of his death, he's looking for a new warm body to take over." Erica gasped, but both her parents rolled their eyes and dragged her off to their room. That night, as Erica lay in the stiff mattress of her bed, the owner knocked on her door and came in to close and lock all the windows. Erica asked, "Excuse me, I like to sleep with the windows open." The man turned around and gave her the evil eye. "You won't like it when the wind's a-blowing all night long," he answered gruffly. "You'll freeze your toes off." Erica ducked under the covers, mostly out of fright, and went to a fitful sleep. Erica woke just a few hours later for what she thought was no reason. Then faintly she heard a voice calling her. "Erica, let me in. It's so cold outside." Erica felt a shiver run down her whole spine. It's the cold wanderer, she thought, and although she was scared, she drifted back into her fitful sleep. The next day, Erica met the owner's son, Tim. At first, he scared her with his pale skin, bulging blue eyes, and the fact he never seemed to eat, but he proved to be an amazing horseshoes player. The only one Erica actually liked was Tim's dog, Missy. Erica spent a lot of time with Missy. At lunch, she saw her parents for the longest amount of time since they got there. They always seemed to be hiking the mountains, which scared Erica. Her parents couldn't convince her that the cold wanderer wasn't real. After lunch, Erica began playing a board game with Tim. Then she began to spill about last night to Tim. I don't want to freak you out," he told her, "but tonight is the day of the hiker's death. He'll be looking for a new body." Erica's parents tucked her in that night. "Bye, Erica. We'll be out in the lobby playing cards with the owner and his wife." "No," cried Erica. "The cold wanderer is out there. Don't leave me." Her parents laughed and started out the door. "It's just an urban legend," said her mom. "Now go to sleep." Erica woke up at 3 a.m., and she knew the cold wanderer had arrived. "Erica! So cold out here. Let me in." "Go away!" screamed Erica. "Erica! It's Tim. Let me in. I don't have a key, and it's so cold out here." Erica got up to open the door. But as Tim came in, she realized Tim was pale, he never ate, and he was scary. He had to be the cold wanderer. "Never!" screamed Erica. She then heard Missy's barking, and she heard Tim's screams as Missy chased him away. Erica quickly opened the door for Missy. She could protect her from the cold wanderer. Missy shook out her coat and looked up at Erica. "Thanks for finally letting me in, Erica. It was so cold out there."
Oh, God.
It's just really, it's really cold, guys.
A poor doggy!
It's really cold.
No one's safe from the cold wanderer.
You know, throughout the whole story, I couldn't stop thinking about PIGCART though.
I know he does. He looks
Why?
freezing
so
cold.
cold.
You do look freezing cold.
Ghost.
Oh no, you died!
Oh, you hit the thing.
Oh,
It's so cold.
it's so cold. Oh my God.
Dude,
That's
stop
not
that.
creepy at all. Woo! Where's Joey?
I don't know, but I'm starting to get concerned because he just kind of left the game after that story. I think it was too much for him.
Oh, he
No,
left?
he
Wonder about him.
died and just disappeared.
Dramatic exit.
Too
It was the
dramatic.
children.
It's so cold. It's so cold.
Oh, you got the skin on now.
It's so cold.
Oh my goodness. The blue bat should wear that skin.
I'm so cold, Mike.
I got you covered. Don't give me 1 sec.
There you go.
That'll do it.
Steam bath. There you go.
Perfect.
Oh no, he's gonna lose all his stuff if he burns down.
Oh no.
It's so cold.
So I really hope that you guys enjoyed those stories. Joey's was really creepy. And I love the fact that we were all able to come together and tell some spooky stories, especially Jane and Panda, because theirs were true, or they were stories from their areas where they live. You know, the UK, and then, you know, we've got a story from Africa that Jane told, and Jane's is actually a true story. So I highly, highly recommend heading over to their channels and checking that out. And as you can see from what's on your screen, that the campfire quickly devolved into a murder spree, as does everything that we end up doing. We either start with a big murder fest or end it with a big murder fest. Either way, we all had a great time. Definitely go check out everyone else's videos. If you didn't have a chance to catch PIGCART's stream, I'm pretty sure that those stay up on Twitch for a few days, so go check that out. And we will see you guys in the next episode, when hopefully we can get back to the desert and do some serious work on the Taurus ring and the whole biodome area, because we are much behind, guys. All right, thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to go check out the other HearthCraft members' videos. Happy Halloween!
Ooh.
Panda! At least he wait,
look.
did he leave mobs off?
No.
Oh.
He activated the daytime cycle either, or did he?
It doesn't look like it.
It's moving. He must have just done it.
It was just daytime.
Was it?
Daytime like for a while now.
Oh, okay. Well, let's see.
I
Ooh,
don't know.
I see
That
some
requires
creepers.
That requires us to pay attention.
Oh, incoming! Run away.
Come in. Oh, he's got
Creepers. Oh my god. Skeletons. It is so dangerous around here.
I'm
He
fine.
did
I'm
reactivate.
fly.